All right, so today, let's take a deep dive into something pretty awesome, robots in restaurants.
Yeah.
You guys know we're all about tech and food here, and from the articles and that video you sent over, it seems like things are really cooking up in the world of robotics.
It's amazing how fast this tech is advancing, right? We've got robots flipping burgers, brewing lattes, even running entire kitchens now.
Yeah, I mean, picture this. You walk into a restaurant, and instead of a human taking your order and making your cappuccino, it's a robotic arm, perfectly calibrated to craft your drink just the way you like it.
It's not science fiction anymore, is it? That's Cafe X, by the way. They're already doing this, taking orders through a touch screen or even an app.
And speaking of cool tech, the name Hyperfood Robotics, or Hyper, for short, it just sounds fast and efficient, you know?
Well, the name fits because that's exactly what they're going for. Hyper uses robots for a lot of the pizza making process, like pressing the dough, spreading the sauce, even slicing the pie. But here's the interesting part. They still have humans add the toppings. It's a really smart hybrid approach.
I love that. They're using the best of both worlds, robotic efficiency for those standardized tasks, but still keeping that human touch for the final product. And get this, they use delivery trucks with ovens built right in. Talk about fresh pizza.
I mean, who wants a lukewarm pizza delivery? This way it comes straight from the robotic oven to your door, piping hot.
Exactly. And speaking of fresh, have you ever seen a machine that bakes bread right in front of you? Because the BreadBot does just that.
Right. It's a self-sufficient baking machine. The BreadBot mixes, proofs, bakes, and even cleans, and it lets the staff know when it's running low on ingredients. Pretty cool stuff.
It's like having a personal baker on staff, but without the need for breaks or sleep. I bet the aroma alone is amazing for business.
Oh, definitely. And imagine the consistency. Each loaf comes out perfect with minimal waste. It's a win-win.
So we've seen robots mastering quick bites, but what about a full-blown robotic kitchen?
Now things are getting really interesting. We're talking about companies like Molly Robotics, who are developing these super advanced systems that go way beyond simple automation.
Yeah, the Molly robotic kitchen with its robotic arms on those ceiling tracks,
Yeah.
it's wild. Almost like having a personal chef in your home. And they've got a database of thousands of recipes. It's incredible.
Seriously, and it can adapt to your dietary needs, even cleans up after itself. That's not just futuristic, it's a dream come true for anyone who hates doing dishes.
Absolutely. And then there's the GoodBit's robotic kitchen.
Yeah.
We don't know all the details yet, but from what we've seen, it seems very focused on efficiency and hygiene, which is essential in any kitchen, really.
Yeah, especially in a restaurant setting. And the adaptability is a big thing, too. Think of how useful this tech could be for restaurants or even those meal prep services to keep things consistent and safe and to be able to offer so many different cuisines and dietary options.
Okay, so robots are making our coffee, baking bread, even cooking full meals. But what about robots that are specialized in making specific dishes with, like, incredible precision?
That's where things go from automation to specialization. Like Flippy, too. It's like the ultimate short order cook, you know? Grilling, frying, but with like this whole other level of intelligence.
I know, right? When I saw what Flippy 2 could do, I was blown away. It's not just flipping burgers, though. It's using AI and computer vision and machine learning to get everything cooked just right.
It's pretty wild how it can tell all the ingredients apart and even when to add different toppings, all because of its sensors and programming. It's amazing how much more precise and efficient these technologies can make things.
Like having an extra set of hands in the kitchen, but like way faster and more efficient. Speaking of skilled hands, there's Adam, the robot barista.
Adam is interesting because it brings up these questions about the role of robots and how we see them, you know? I mean, here's this robot that can make lattes and cappuccinos as well as any human barista.
Can you imagine going into your local coffee shop and it's Adam making your morning coffee? It's got these multi-jointed arms so it can even do those fancy swirls and designs like you see in those high-end places.
Right. It's seriously impressive. But then you start to wonder, are robots like Adam going to put baristas out of work someday? Or will they just make things better, you know, free up the humans to talk to customers more and do those more specialized things?
It's like that perfect latte art. Beautiful, but is something missing without a person making it? But hey, let's move on from making food to how it gets to the table.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So there are robots out there, like this one, the Dinnerbit T5. It's basically a high-tech waiter on wheels, and it's changing how food gets delivered inside restaurants.
I love picturing this robot like smoothly making its way through a packed restaurant, dodging tables with its trays adjusting so nothing falls over. No more of those awkward moments when you bump into someone.
Right. And they don't just deliver food. The Dinnerbit T5 can take orders, take payments, even recommend things to you off the menu, like a personal concierge for your meal.
It's kind of amazing how these robots are going beyond doing the same tasks over and over. They could actually transform the whole experience of eating out.
Exactly. This isn't just about replacing people's jobs with robots. It's about how we interact with restaurants and how technology might redefine what it means to be hospitable in the future.
It really makes you think, like, are robots here to stay in restaurants? And if so, what does that mean for the people who work in them?
It's a big question, and people have a lot of different opinions about it. Some say robots will take away jobs in restaurants, which is a real concern. But others think this tech will lead to new opportunities that people can focus on more specialized roles or on customer service.
It's not hard to picture a future where robots handle those repetitive, high-volume tasks,
Yeah.
and then you have human chefs who are freed up to be more creative, come up with new dishes, or just oversee the whole culinary side of things.
That's the idea, making the most of what both humans and robots are good at. Robots are great at precision, efficiency, consistency, but humans bring that creativity, that ability to solve problems on the fly, and that human touch you just can't replace.
And let's be real, sometimes you need a real person to empathize with when your order gets messed up, or just to chat with while you're waiting for your food.
Totally. That social part of eating out, that connection with other people, robots can't do that yet, at least not with the tech we have now. That's a big part of what makes dining out special.
So, for everyone listening who is as fascinated by the future as we are, we've covered a lot of ground today. Robot baristas, self-cleaning kitchens, even a waiter on wheels that can handle a crowded restaurant. The robots are definitely here, and they're changing how restaurants work in some really exciting ways.
It's not even just about the technology itself, you know? It's about what it means for the future of work, for the whole dining experience, and how we're going to interact with these machines that are becoming more and more a part of our lives.
And that brings us to something for you all to think about. With all this amazing technology popping up, what do you think the role of human workers will be in the restaurant industry in the future? Will we see more teamwork between people and robots, or will it be more about competition? It's something to chew on.
It is, for sure. As this tech keeps developing, it's going to be fascinating to watch how it changes the way we eat out.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of robots and restaurants. Until next time, everyone.